At the start of the movie, we were told that celestials came on this earth many years ago. These celestials had created the sun to produce the light, and because of these celestials, many planets were also created. It is also said that life on the earth was started due to celestials. There were so many different kinds of organisms present on this earth. There were humans, dragons, unicellulars, and so on. The dragons also used to eat humans as their food. So, a few Eternals were sent to Earth from Celestial centuries ago. These all are here to protect the Earth. They had killed all the dragons and saved humans from the danger. Now the Earth and humans were free from danger. Then the scene shifted to around 1,000 years later. We see Circe, who is an Eternal. Circe lived with her friend and they both worked in a museum. Circe had a friend named Dane Whitman, who is a human being and he doesn't know about Circe. Then we see another Eternal named Spirit. Then we see that all of them came to walk around a beach where they saw a dangerous dragon. The dragon had come to kill Eternals. And then we see another Eternal named Icarus, who had come to cope up with this dragon. Icarus fought with it, but when he was about to kill him, the dragon disappeared. Circe's friend was very shocked and he did not understand what was going on. Then Circe told him the truth, that we are Eternals and we are here to protect the earth. Then we also got to know that Circe and Icarus were married 5,000 years ago. Meanwhile, Icarus told them that the dragon is dangerous among them all and he is here to kill us because he wants to take revenge. Then they decided to join together so that they could fight with it. Then we see the past where a celestial was instructing the Eternal named Ajak. That celestial instructs that leader, never attached to earth or human beings. Then we see one more Eternal, whose name is Phastos. He had invented an engine to help mankind, but the rest of the Eternals didn't agree with him to give this engine to humans. He also showed a weapon which is very powerful, through which the crops may be cultivated easily. Then we see all the Eternals are celebrating. Meanwhile, one of the Eternal girl was not enjoying the party. She says that she is here to fight. Then we see deaf and dumb Eternal girl, whose name is Makari. We also see the marriage scenes of Icarus and Circe. Then we see the present scene where all the three Eternals were moving to meet Ajak, but they got to know that the monster had killed him. Ajak had the power to talk with the Celestial, and now it has been transferred to Circe. Circe asked how Eternals can die. Then she got the answer. It is a matter of time. Then we see a past scene where an Eternal wants to help humans who are fighting, but the rest of the Eternals stopped him as they were not allowed to help. But he didn't listen, which leads to a dispute among all of them. Now one of the Eternals told them that now this earth is free from the dragons. Now we are also free. Then we see a present scene of India, where an Eternal had become an actor. We see two more Eternals there. One is Gilgamesh, and the other one is Thena. There, we also got to know that Thena is suffering from a mental disease, due to which she forgot everything about herself at any time. But after recalling from an Eternal, she got her power back. Now, Circe is connected with a celestial named Arishem. Arishem told her that your main aim is not to protect this earth, but to prepare it for the emergence. He says that in millions of years, one celestial came. He tells that the celestial of the earth has still not come into existence. He also reveals here that it has also been made by this celestial, so that the ecosystem could be balanced. He tells that some of the dragons went away from my position with the passage of time. Then I made Eternals to root them, so that the celestials of earth could take birth. All this process is only for the celestial of earth, and the whole process is called emergence. He tells that once the celestial took birth, the whole earth will get destroyed and all humans will die. All the Eternals worry after knowing this because they love humanity, and now they decided to stop the process of emergence. The next scene shifted to the forest of the Amazon, where all the Eternals are present. We also see Icarus and Circe. Icarus seems very upset when Circe asks him, He says that we are violating the orders of Arishem. It means we are betraying him, and it may be harmful for all of us. They were talking with each other, then suddenly, the dragon attacked them. Icarus fought with him by using his laser power, but those dragons were also very powerful. Meanwhile, Gilgamesh and Thena were also fighting with the dragons, but then suddenly, Thena loses her memory, and due to this, Gilgamesh dies. Gilgamesh had a sixth sense power, and he could read the brains, but he died now. So Icarus says to Thena, "We still have Phastos, who can also assist us in this matter." Then we again see a past scene. We see that an Eternal had helped the humans during a war, and he was Phastos, who had given the nuclear bomb to humans for war after inventing them. It is because of his invention that the entire Nagasaki was completely devastated. And after this, he made a promise that he is not going to use his powers again. Meanwhile, Icarus and Circe went to meet Phastos, where they meet his son. Phastos refuses to come with them, but then his friend convinces him. Now, all the Eternals have moved to Iraq. Makari also lives in Iraq, and there is also their starship by which they came to Earth. Then Phastos gives a bracelet to all of them. It was a powerful bracelet. Whoever wore it can use the power of his companion. Now they seem very upset because of the emergence. Then Icarus recalls something which had happened 6 days before. Ajak was alive and she was talking with Icarus. Then we got to know that both of them already knew about the process of emergence. Ajak used to say on this, "Whatever is meant to be will definitely happen." She says that the emergence will surely happen because it is meant to be. Then Circe got intimate at a wrong place and she told that the emergence is going to happen now. Icarus stops everyone. He says that if you are going to stop the emergence, then I will kill each one of you. With this scene, we got to know that Icarus also wanted the same. He also revealed that he had killed Ajak with the help of someone. He says that thousands of planets will come into existence if one planet is destroyed. But I am not going to help you in this situation because I want it to happen. I still work for my master. Meanwhile, we got to know that Sprite and Kingo were in the Icarus team because they were thinking of many more planets to come after the Earth was destroyed. But those who were not in the Icarus team went ahead to stop the emergence. Icarus says to Sprite that I am going to stop all of the Eternals. Meanwhile, you keep an eye on emergence and let the process complete. On the other hand, Circe asked everyone to stop Icarus, and she is going to stop the celestial emergence. Then we see the main leader of dragons. His name was Kro, and he came there. Kro also is a companion of Icarus. Meanwhile, Thena started fighting with Kro. But as we all know, Thena is suffering from a mental disorder, so she forgets while fighting with Kro. Meanwhile, Kro started defeating her. But when he was about to kill her, suddenly she restored her memory, and with her power she kills Kro. On the other hand, Sprite was going to attack Circe, but then Druig defeats her. On the other hand, the remaining Eternals were trying to stop Icarus, but Icarus somehow manages to reach Circe, and then he tries to kill her. But he couldn't do it because he was so much in love with her that he felt guilty for his acts. Meanwhile, Sprite and Kingo also joined their groups once again. Icarus went to the sun, and on the other hand, Circe changed Sprite into a normal human being because he requested her to do so. Meanwhile, we see that Makari is searching for more Eternals. While Circe, Sprite, Kingo, and Phastos remain on the earth. In the next scene, we see Circe's friend Dane Whitman again, and he proposes to Circe. He was going to tell something about his family history to her, but then suddenly Arishem aroused all the Eternals upward because they all tried to betray him. The Eternals were very scared, but then Arishem observed through their memories that humans want to live on the earth, so he leaves them. But then we see Dane Whitman's with all his powers, and his family's history is also revealed there. Then we listen to a voice asking, "Are you ready for this?" And with this scene, the movie ends.